Hello, welcome to Sketch Today. I'm Spencer, I'm an industrial designer, and usually I cover a lot of drawing things. This is drawing related today, but before we begin, I want you to hit that subscribe button, turn on alerts, come say hi on the socials. I'm at sketchtoday.com on Instagram. You can also find me at facebook.com/sketchtoday, and I am at Daily Sketches on Twitter. So today I picked up my iPad Pro, and you can see it's got this shiny screen protector. It's actually not supposed to be shiny, it's supposed to be matte. Screen just turned on there. And I noticed I have kind of a scratch in the screen. And so I feel like it's time to replace the screen protector, and I wanted to show you guys how I do that and a little bit about the brand of screen protector I use. So I get a lot of questions about my iPad Pro, what I use to protect the screen and give it a drawing surface. When you get the iPad Pro fresh out of the box, or practically any other tablet really, a lot of times for me, I like the tactile feeling of paper. I've heard good things about the paper-like screen protectors. I haven't tried those yet. However, I've also heard that they're a little bit rough. So my preference is to use just the cheapest screen protector I can find. Here's one that I found. This is the Protection Professional Super Shields screen protector. I think I got 3 of these for $9 or something on Amazon. Of course, I'll include the link in the video description. You can check those out. The process is fairly straightforward, and I just want to show you what that takes and how that goes. Now, you do have to be a little bit careful avoiding dust and all that, but here are the plastic sheets. Also comes with this cleaning cloth so I can clean the screen prior to application. Super handy. All right, let's grab one of these guys. So just pulling it out of the case, and you can see it has a little haze to it almost. Here's my arm behind this sheet, and yes, it is glossy right now. Actually, it does have 2 layers on it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take it out and show you. So even without the layers, you can see there's a little bit of haze, so if you're worried about color accuracy, reproduction, and all that on your iPad, you might want to look into a different option. But for me, it works pretty great. Okay, so on the overhead here, let me zoom in. We've got my iPad. You can see it's super smudged. It'll probably wake up on me here during this demo. So just to make sure my iPad doesn't keep waking up, I've turned it off because we're going to be applying things to the screen. And every time you touch one of these iPads, this is the 2018 version of the iPad Pro that I guess you could say is the 3rd generation of iPad Pro. So the style of the iPad Pro where it has these crisp edges. Okay, so you want to make sure that you select the right version of the screen protector. This one has a notch, you can see right there, just like my iPad Pro does. Okay, so now first step, I'm just peeling back the corner here. I'm not sure if there's an adhesive on these. I don't think so. I think it's like an electrostatic type cling. But as I peel this off, you'll see now we have our beautiful shiny screen. Now my goal here is to not stir up any dust in my studio as I clean the screen and make sure that there are no artifacts, okay, left over. So just a quick clean here. These kits usually come with a little bit of tape to help you lift dust off the screen, but the more you rub the screen, the more it's going to electrostatically charge it. So you just want to be careful that you avoid as much dust as possible. Okay, so once you're in a place, I'm just going to do a quick check here. Most of my dust is gone. I've got rid of smudges. I think I have one small smudge on this side, so let's get rid of that. Like I said, you have to be careful because even picking up this little chamois microfiber cloth, it's putting a little bit of dust on my screen, so I'm being very careful. Now, this screen protector comes with 2 tabs. This tab says peel this off before application, so I'm going to peel this off. All right, so this is the sticky side, typically, and I've done a few of these on my iPhone, for example. I've done these, but I'm just going to position myself here right above and try and get this as best I can. If you need to adjust it, there are ways to do that, but let's see how close I can get on the first try. Sometimes aligning the edge is helpful, or you might want to pick the notch. In this case, I'm just gonna align the edge, and you'll see that it's all set up. Now, looking at my edges here, I'm a little bit off, so I'm just gonna lift this up and just be careful to now modify. I'm just gonna hold this top corner in place, modify my approach angle, and now replace this. Now, these bubbles are actually air bubbles under the screen. Some of these you can get rid of fairly easily, but as I'm applying, if I maintain the curve here, you'll notice that most of the air bubbles kind of go away. There's a little dust speck there under the screen. I may or may not adjust that. These you can kind of force out if you just massage a little bit. Sometimes you have to lift the corner again to get out a bubble. If you get something hard, like here's a hard drive case that I have, you can actually just kind of massage the screen protector here, and with a little bit of pressure you can start to get rid of these bubbles. Okay, so just be patient, push the bubbles out. If there's dust under the screen, you may have to lift and reapply and so forth. Like I said, if it's a small speck, because the screen is so big, I try not to even worry too much about it. More importantly, I'm trying to make sure that I get out these bubbles, okay? So once again, if I have to lift and so forth, I can do that by just pulling up an edge, just rubbing with my thumb here to get out most of these bubbles. I think I'm gonna have to lift on this side to get that dust speck out, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. These I can kind of work out as well. Just massage them out as you go. So let's get this dust speck off as much as we can. Okay, I think I've made the problem worse now, so I may reapply this, but again, these are cheap enough. They come in a 3-pack, so it's really easy to replace if you need. But more importantly here, you notice I was rubbing the screen with something hard and flat. Actually, a credit card is probably the most ideal thing. You know, if you have some sort of stiff card that you can just kind of work the edge. Sometimes these come with a little card. I think I may have disposed of mine. Yeah, mine's no longer in here. So that's why I'm using this hard drive case, just to kind of massage this. But you can massage these bubbles out. Once you get the bubbles out, then you want to pull the film off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, massage for a bit, see if we can get most of these out, and we'll see where we end up. All right, so I have my new screen protector on. It looks glossy because I haven't removed the final layer of plastic. So let's go ahead and remove that, and you'll see what this looks like. And it'll probably reflect back to you guys what that looks like, because, you know, screen's off, all that good stuff. So just turned it on. And you can see now there's not as much glare, okay? And that's what we're after, is our nice, smooth, not paper-like, but just enough texture that I get a little bit of a slowdown when I'm sketching with my stylus tip. So there's my new screen protector, out with the old, in with the new, back to fresh, and I'm gonna get back to sketching and working on the project I was working on. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this was informative. If you wanna get a screen protector for your iPad, my recommendation, whether you use the links below or not, just get the cheapest one you can. I do feel like some of these might wear down the tip of your Apple Pencil a little bit more, so you'll want to be cognizant and aware of that, and just make sure that you are prepared for that, if that extra cost, I guess, if your tip does wear down. But in my experience, works great. The cheap ones are just as fine. so you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money. Do me a favor, if you like this video, hit subscribe, turn on alerts, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Also, come say hi on the socials, like I said, and check out my store. I do have some items available, particularly for Procreate on the iPad Pro, if you need some new brushes. Well, thanks for joining, guys, and we'll see you next time right here on Sketch-A-Day.